So we'll see if that was the bottom. Okay. Got a massive weekly candle. We're going to jump right out of the little history lesson right into freaking these charts. And
Yeah, look, just give me a signal. Are we going to pump or are we going to dump?
signals. We want signals. Pop up here on the macro time frames, right? Because we already know until there's some divergence on these macro time frames between the price action and returns, the sell-off could continue. But I looked at my little sneaky chart earlier, and it does appear that sell pressure is decreasing. Get up here on the weekly. Is this index fixed yet? They're gonna freaking call somebody and complain. 1-800. Your charts suck. Yeah, they're back to normal. So let me get over here. Throw this on the index. There we go. That was such a weird read last week, right? This is interesting because the dip we had down to 19.6 yesterday, right? I mean, it touched the 68.3 Laplace to the downside on that new weekly candle. It was the previous weekly candle that is the ouchie, right? We didn't pull back up in this distribution. This, I'll tell you what, it needs to happen soon. If it doesn't, guys, we can come down here and we can test this 99.7 Laplace. And this is down in, I mean, we're talking about 13K area next couple weeks. In my opinion, though, because of this divergence on the weekly, there is bull div. Look at the fissures, though. The fissures are still all charging straight down. Losing correlation on the entropy trend, though, to the downside. And if this entropy, or if this volatility on the weekly starts to contract, negatively correlated, that's what we want to see. We want to see this thing start crawling its way back up. We do have bull div, though. Log return z-score, returns oscillator on the weekly. On the weekly log return returns oscillator, there is quite a few stabs from right here from the top when we had that big nasty weekly candle there. I mean, we've got multiple stabs of bull div. At some point, this long-term time series, right, this dump from the top, it's going to turn around. We're going to have a relief pump. There's no doubt about it. Whether or not it is sustained, and that was the bottom, what was it, 17.5? Lower than I ever thought it was going to go. It jumped out of there pretty damn quick, though. I did notice that. Pull over on the VRE. Let's pull it up. Of course, it happened on the weekend. But you know what else would happen? Right before CME's opened, price was right there. Literally dumped about almost 3K. Pulled right back up. No gap. Not that I care about this type of gaps. Who's posting Sharon Stone freaking, is that the one that's got the Bitcoin? Let me see here. Yeah, that's my good one. I love that. That's awesome. Oh, Lord. I need to buy Bitcoin. All right, now I can't take my eyes off Sharon Stone. Thanks, Coy. Thanks, buddy. Well, here's somebody driving. So I got my workstation finally set back up, by the way, which is awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Go to the dump. Bottom of that. That's it right there, right? 17.5? Yeah, 17.588. Jumped out quick. Boom, 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 boom. We just been slowly trekking back up. This is going to be important. We got the weekly range, right? If this thing's going to turn around, we need to get up here. We need to get up above 22.2. Close up here, close some daily candles the rest of this week, get out of this damn hole. I mean, guys, pretty sure, what was it, almost 80%? Let's do a double checker here. I'm pretty sure almost 80% pullback now. Whoop. Let's see. Oh, whoa. No, actually 75. Okay, not bad though. 75% pullback. Pretty powerful. I'll tell you what, man, through all this stuff, I'll tell you what, Cardano and Solana's kind of holding out. Cardano's holding out around 50 cents. Solana's up there above 30. kind of stabilizing. ETH took a beat and it kind of popped out of the hole too. It's back up to 1100 though. But hell, its low was what? It got down there. Let me see. Where is US dollar? There it is. Yeah, ETH got down to 877. So that one ETH position definitely got liquidated, right? Some people I still saw some talk. Well, no, I don't think it got quite fully liquidated. I'm like, well, said it was getting liquidated at this price, dropped 50 bucks below there. But if any of you degens have ever been liquidated and you're watching the actual in action, you know how that runs. They'll just bleed it out for a while. It's definitely liquidated now. Maybe that's what those liquidations pushed it down to 17.5. Like I said, I mean, this is look, I go back. What is happening? Look at this weekly candle. What the hell? It was just right. When I switched to ETH and then came back, now it's oh man, I give up. Let me reload it and see if it's changed. That is not correct looking candle. There we go. Why is that doing that? Yeah, I saw that IMARS, right? Yeah, freaking Solana was kicking ass. People are saying, well, because there's not that much demand. No, they've been working on that, man. I mean, the founders of freaking Wagme Beach are close with the Solana devs. All the Solana devs are pod fathers. They got a bunch of whales. But yeah, they're Solana's going to be kicking. When this market turns around, Solana's going to literally explode. You know, I got to stop looking at whales, man. Let's see. MJ wants signals. Just go long. Yeah, I got to redo this. But yeah, bull div. 100% 7-day. Sure it is. Yep, 7-day, weekly. That's about it though. But hey, that's a start. 3-day, 2-day doesn't. 2-day a little bit on the log return Z score. Daily the whole way down. So we got that nice daily candle or whatever. I mean, there was definitely bull div building on the returns oscillator. Tell you what, on the daily, all the fishers are turning up. Nice. Yeah, I will pull that freaking chart up too. Let's see here. Where are you, Pro Chart? Here. Do you know what I mean? So that's the 15. What's the daily AVQ look like? Starting to turn around a little bit. What's the issue though? And this is why. So if you're looking, this is why this is the indicator you get to start learning div between returns and price action. I mean, there's a bunch. Boom, got a big daily candle yesterday. Big, but you know, 3 grand. Nice pop there. Let me see here. What is the AVQ looking like on a weekly? Returns, and there's none on the freaking weekly. So volatile. Yeah, on the macro time frames, we're gonna need to see some contraction. That's what we want to see right here. We got negative correlation. If volatility is going to continue to come in, I'll tell you, here's the thing though. If the volatility comes in and you see the correlation flip positive, right? That's why you got to watch. That's why you got to pay attention. I mean, the thing's going to go up. If volatility comes in, the correlation needs to break. If the correlation doesn't break, the volatility needs to contract. Those two things, neither one of those happen, we're going down. There's no doubt. Going down. Okay. Yeah, there's nice. So laser returns showing bull div on 3-day, 2-day, and that daily. That correlation needs a break though, and we need some freaking volatility to come in. So ABP low rank 100. Okay. Yeah, we need some contraction. That's what we need. Yeah, you can see on the 4-hour, right? Just like it works with the bull div. And you get higher highs in price, and the whole time you're getting lower lows on the laser returns. But that's a thing. One big 4-hour candle, you can just bust this div apart. If not, this thing's coming down. I mean, it's definitely screaming. You can see, after that doji, boom, we had a big nasty 4-hour candle down. Yeah, numbers a little bit of hidden. Interesting. It's happening on the 15. Yeah, 15's building some bear. Okay, volatility just fell off a cliff, literally. So we're gonna have a little move here coming into the end of the day. Yeah, when you see it start flashing, mm-hmm. The like if you went and copied this chart, we have a channel where you can just download this chart the way it's set up. But my low rank one, 636. And what to be sure I got my correlation. Probably on 10. Yep, 10 correlation. And then this is 981. 636, 981. And if you throw a third AVP on, put it on 2400 with its correlation. And it's great when you're learning volatility because, like right now, 636, 981, both flashing. Volatility gray, bottomed out. So all volatility, right? Implied, historical, percentile, everything's at zeros on the 981, which everybody knows is pretty much my favorite. But when I'm scalping low time frames, you want a low setting like a 636. Okay. Yep. 636. And I always use square roots. 525, 636, 749, 864, 981, so on and so forth, right up the line. So usually if I'm running 3, yep, it'll be like 636, 981, 2400. People are like 400, man, that's a long link. It's like, trust me. And you get all 3 of those links flashing, it's massive party time. You are just waiting on low time frames. There's a massive move coming. I can tell you right now, we got a nice move coming. Especially, these are the things you look for. You blow this up on both time frames. When you see volatility just drop off a cliff to zero like this on 2 time frames, you got a move coming. Got a move coming. Remember, it is 15-minute. So let's pop over here. Let me go on this 15-minute chart. Actually, what's 45 doing first? Yeah. Setting up hidden bear though on the returns oscillator, but man, this Z-score is way down. We've got positive correlation on the entropy. If this thing can just start trending, if we get some volatility come in here, for sure, percentiles expanding, need volatility to come in. It can push this. Fisher's turning back up. See the 90. Yeah, the 90 was setting up a bunch of hidden bull. Same thing. The correlation is definitely the top side, but there's nothing. We need a push here. Need a push. What is that on the 90-minute time frame? Just for example to show. Beep. Beautiful. All right. Both flashing right here on the 90-minute. That's why when I'm intraday trading, right, I'll go 4 hour, 90-minute, 45. And if it was right around this time, I mean, you're seeing these AVPs at zero. You're on you're down on the 15 to 5 minute. You're waiting for some action because you're going to get a massive expansion like you did here. And that price action went from 20.5. Wow, literally almost 2K. Yeah, 2K drop. Boop, boop. I mean, and we're talking about we're down on those low time frames. If you're down trading on the 5 minute, and we're talking this is a 90-minute candle, my God, do you know how many trades are in that 2K drop there? A lot. A lot. Let's drop down there and show you. 2 times. Got it right there. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Little outliers everywhere. Good stuff. 324. Oh, Sayron's throwing out some numbers. Like it. He put a commanding FTW at the end of it, too. Coming from a poker guy, I'd be checking that number out. I'm sure I have it one time or another. That, hold on. Now you got me reaching. Let's see something. Oops. Yeah, that could be good. Try that. Might try that. It's definitely closer to a year. Too fast. Yeah, lots of good trades today on low time frames. Get my sugar mama to fund my account so I can trade. I'm just kidding. Reload something real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, anybody? It's probably going to be like the end of summer. I just got so much shit to do out here. I start trading, I'll never get this crap done. But if the market keeps going down, it might be sooner than later, actually. Might be sooner than later. Wow. Yeah, so I'm just looking at this distribution. I mean, we could even, was it 4? I don't know how far. See where that's at. Just from this recent dump, we got down into the teens. Whoop, not enough. Oh, it was only 3. Goodness. Take a peek at this. See how deep this got. I bet it ran 99.7. I bet it got all the way down. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, when that thing was dumping hard, if you would have thrown this projection on the weekly, that would have been a great place to take profit. I mean, obviously, pretty damn good when you're talking such a macro time frame. You only missed out on about $600 of profit just by knowing where that level was. Right? That week, Jesus, last week was a train wreck. Was a train wreck. Yep, I sure can. I know what the weekly looks like. We are just, put it this way. That's what I keep telling people. I'm like, yeah, man, this thing can keep going lower, but you know what? Returns are going to mean revert. It's been a while. It's been a while, right? And they're up here mid 30s. Up here in the mid 30s. Let me reload this real quick. Is that index? Yes, it is. Let me turn on the RMLR. Hello, little friend. Save that chart. But look at that candle. You dirty, 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 dirty. You little monkey. Oh well. Yeah, here coming into the end of the end of this quarter. I mean, still, these things want to mean revert next couple of weeks here. It's right up there around 40. So I'm if they want to take this down real low where we're all going, oh my God, is this going to be just like 2017, 18 dump? We pulling back 85%. I mean, hey man, Bitcoin sure could. I'm an eternal bull, but you know, at some point you have to be a realist. Yeah, this baby is dumping out. It would make more sense to me though for these returns to mean revert. Yes, it would. If they're going to go down to these lower levels. Or it just continues. Yeah, we are. I mean, and out in the future, I mean, this baby is just off the charts. But this doesn't mean, right? This has got nothing to do with price action. This is the reverse mean of log returns. So, doesn't mean price action has to go down here by any means. No pun intended. But when these mean revert, that you're watching this. Is it gonna go to the top side of the mean? Is this madness over? That's when the returns mean revert. That's when I'll be paying attention whether or not this move to the downside's over or not. Because when this on this macro time frame, when they do revert, you're gonna want to see it cross through the mean. I mean, we're talking 3-day too, all right? Not a long. I mean, right there is where we cross down the mean. So yeah, mean reversion, not aside though. We're talking 33. Because price action will follow returns. 2-day, it's even lower. 2-day, we're talking like 26. Hell, we're down here. I'd love to see 26. Anybody else want to see 26? I'll take 26. I can't believe I'm begging for $26,000 Bitcoin. Jesus, what the hell happened? These crooks are fucking everybody. We got one dickhead in office. Boy, he's really made a mess of shit. Let me see here. Let's move this back one more because that's a nasty little hangman. 14. Let's check this out. And this is great too on the daily. When you get dumps like this, that you can't go wrong with the distribution, man. Right? Can't go wrong. Even on a daily, right? We're below the mean. Where's this at? Probably 23 up, about 23. Let me turn all this off so we can see the projection better. Are you PB2? There you are. Yeah. All right. So far we're staying inside the distribution. Same thing here, right? I mean, if you're running a Laplace distribution projection here, I mean, win mean reversion. Doesn't matter if you're looking at projection, the reverse mean, whatever. Returns love to mean revert. This would be great to start working its way back up. And hell, the stump started at 30, 31.5. Yeah, another great look at the distribution. You know, that first daily candle, right? We opened, whoop, that baby dumped right down to the 95.4, pulled right back up into the 68.3 perfectly. Look at that close. But then opened up and dumped. Went down, closed right above the 95.4, and closed that daily candle below. This was kind of a no-brainer. That's why I'm looking at that weekly projection going, oh my goodness gracious. We got to go down here on this macro because we're talking 13K. 13K. Will be interesting to see. Let me see. You said what other time? Yeah. Last week, weekly range. Yeah, exactly, too. Like Saron just said. So you go back last week. Where are you, you little bugger? Come on down. You're right up here. I know where you're hiding. There she blows. So here was last week's weekly range, right? Up there at about 27.4, bottom side. Never even made an attempt to even go just give it a little smooch, right? Literally, week opened up there, dumped $10,000 on that weekly candle. And you guys remember I was saying, I was like, we haven't seen a 10K weekly candle. Well, there you go. We got one. So yeah, that area's never been tested. This new weekly definitely gave a test. All right. A couple wicks up here to the bottom side. So yeah, if I had to say a direction, I'm going to say north. Obviously. Shit is exhausted. Shit is exhausted. This selling. Me. Yeah, if we go up onto these macro time frames, just, I mean, on the weekly, we've got the 36 and the 81 pretty much buried. Obviously, the 400 just hanging out up here, which when it doesn't really take a downturn quick, I mean, it's actually sometimes you're going to come back up, right? You're going to come back up. We're going to get a run to the top side. These will come back up and meet. You see here. Yeah. So the 400's coming down on the 3-day, probably the 2-day, it's almost there. Yep, daily, they're just sitting munched. Yes, they are. So yeah, the exhaustion is real. At some point, man, this thing's got to have a relief rally. Got to have a little relief rally here. I can't see it not happening. My God. Now, dude, this whole dump, these fishers were charging. Finally, the higher lengths are actually all turned up. When you get these things in unison, you're usually going to get a flip. It's good for trend. That's why I have this set up specifically. So if I am intraday trading, daily looks like that. I'm going to the 4-hour. They're up above the mean of the volatility bands. See things stay above. Yeah, I like how the daily looks too. I can see this turning around. I'm gonna be honest. I can see that being the bottom. That's what people are think that this thing's gonna go super low, man. There's a ton of buy orders down there, right? Down there around 17, 18, there was a lot of people buying. Can you imagine what it'd be like if it drops lower than that? People are loving buying this Bitcoin. My God. I didn't think we were ever going to get a chance under 20K to ever buy Bitcoin again. See. Yeah. Yeah, and with the entropy losing trend, I do like it. But if this volatility on the daily is going to contract, we need this thing negatively correlated, like the freaking entropy percentile. You can see the volatility starting to slow back up. We need this to turn pink. We want this to stay significantly correlated negatively. Oh, I know. It's ridiculous, man. They're just piling on. It is just crazy. 108,349. A lot of Bitcoin's long. Somebody thinks it's the bottom the whole time. I mean, this is ridiculous. If you pull them up, that's just madness. Madness. And if you put a freaking vertical, I wonder if that vertical will stay though if I switch charts. Let me see. Nope. But you can see where it was, right? This from almost 50K. This entire dump from 50K. Jesus, man. Crazy. That's what that is. Long's just been piling on since the dump from 50. Either a massive amount of people are about to get wrecked. People are very stubborn. Telling you right now, a lot of those are not highly leveraged, or there would be a massive issue. Yeah. And like I said before, if those things aren't leveraged too, I mean, it's going to be, you could see this thing drop real far before there's liquidations. That's why, hell, that could have been the bottom. Yeah, well, it's because they're not using leverage. I mean, if you have one Bitcoin in an account and you just long one Bitcoin, you're good. If somebody's on exchange, you can actually see where your liquidation point would be if you just put in a trade, see where it would be at. It'd be pretty damn low. So they're just sitting in their positions. Because I mean, Bitcoin at some point here will be at $1 million. There's just no doubt. At some point, in this decade, there's going to be just a massive run. What are we? Hell, what are we halfway to the halving now? I'm still a little shocked 70K was the high. I thought it was going to be a little more. I thought we were going to crack 100K. Remember, I was jocking that. I did not think 70 was going to be the top, even though there was some div building. All right, you guys, we'll get off here tomorrow. It'll be a lot better. We'll get these markets opened up and see what the hell's going on. For sure. You just going to be chilling, MJ?
I'll be a little later.
Yeah, later, for sure. All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.
All right, later.
Later.